guys, welcome back to Berry's Corner. It's Emily here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what I read in October and my TBR for November. The reason I am reason I am mashing together these two videos is because I literally didn't read that much in October, like literally at all. I was going through a lot, as you guys know, with my mental health and just a lot of school and a lot of at my home, so yeah, which I do have a video coming out about soon that is something related to that, but you guys will have to wait and see. But let's just start. I'm gonna do this one last. But the first book I read in October was Children of Blood and Bone. Oh my god, this one was so freaking good. Do you see how much I tapped it? Like, it's so great. It's so amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I read this for a book club that I created in my school. And yes, I take off the dust jackets when I go anywhere with my book because I always fear that I'm going to rip my dust jacket. I also, like, when I open my book, it slides off, so that's what I do. But there were a lot of mixed emotions about it, which I was really surprised, because usually when you bring up such a hype book, everyone loves it, but apparently not. I don't know, like, a lot of people hated Enon, and a lot of people hated Zelie, actually. Everyone loved Amari. I didn't like Amari personally. Like, her character growth was actually really amazing, and Tomi, actually, the author, actually did a great job with her character growth, but I just thought she was annoying, and that was just my personal preference. But I loved it. I actually gave it a 4 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5 stars, because it was just... Once I heard every single person's point of view, it just wasn't for me. I mean, it was for me. No, I loved it. I meant, like, it wasn't like a full 5 out of 5 stars that I thought it was going to be, but it's still really, really great, and I suggest you pick it up because it's really, really good. This is about a girl named Zelie, and in her world, it is based off of the African culture, and in her world, magic was taken away by the king, who is very... What's the difference between zealous and jealous? Like, I never realized that. He's very jealous of the Magi, but, like, not really. He just hates them. And they killed her mother, who was a Magi, and she is called a Diviner, which is the descendant of a Magi, but doesn't have any powers. And you can tell because of their white hair, and it's really pretty, whatever. But then, one day, the scroll gets stolen by Amari. It's so cute. I love her. And when you touch it, it brings back a little bit of your magic. So Zelie is chosen by the gods, and she goes on this really big adventure to go find magic, and it's really, really good and really, really amazing. And you guys need to read it because it's great. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, but everyone else apparently gives it a 5 out of 5 stars. A lot of people in the book club actually, well, a lot of people in the book club, like, they didn't rate it, but a lot of people hated it. Like, the people that finished first apparently didn't like it, and I was like, wow, you guys didn't like it and you finished first? Like, that's kind of weird, but yeah. But yeah, I really recommend that you pick it up. I just broke this. The next book that I read is The Hate U Give. Again, I take off the dust jackets when I read it outside of, you know, whatever. I tabbed it and everything, but this book, it was literally amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. When I did start reading this, I was looking at the language, because, like, here, let me read, like, the first sentence. Why is there so many? It says, some rapper calls out for everyone to nay-nay, followed by a bunch of hays as people launch into their own versions. And when that was, like, in the second paragraph on the first page, and I was just over here like, excuse me, what? Like, what? Because one of my biggest pet peeves in books, one thing that I hate in books, is that authors always try to act like they're a teenager and they're really not, and I hate it, and it's gross, and it's annoying, and it's weird, and it's annoying. So I was just over here like, oh my goodness, what are they doing? No, calm down. And literally, I was talking to my friend, like, while I was reading that, and I was like, oh, that's gross. And she was like, what are you reading? And I was like, The Hate U Give. And she was just like, oh my god, I love that book. So I kept reading. And I do understand, like, in a movie, which came out, go see it. I actually haven't watched it yet, and I really, really, really want to watch it. But in the movie, I'm pretty sure it'll make more sense. Like, when they're like, come on guys, and then everyone's like, hey, like, stuff like that. But in a book, it just looked really, really weird. So that was my one thing that I was just, like, a little bit iffy about. But other than that, like, I really, really, really love this book, and it shows such power in just how a teen girl that's of color can make. And even though she was colored, I had such a connection to her and, like, what she was feeling at this time, what she was feeling about herself, what she was feeling about others, and how she was feeling about the whole situation. I felt such a connection to her, even though I have not been right next to a person. Well, actually, I have been next to a person that got shot, but like not like my best friend getting shot, you know? Just her as a person, I could definitely connect with her as a teenager, and I think that's amazing because this book was for people of all kinds, not just for people of color, even though it's showing the Black Lives Matter movement. I think it's great that she connected to every single person, just not just the Black Lives Matter movement. But I think it was great that she did do this type of book. This book is about a girl named Star, and she witnesses a police shooting her best friend when the guy pulled her over. So now she's struggling whether to speak out and tell her side of the story and be like scared of the police coming for her. Not coming for her, but like, you know, what they're going to say about her, say to her, what they're going to do to her, and everyone else's opinions, and also what she's going to do after that with her own school. Since she goes to an all-white school, it does bother her a little bit that, you know, she has a white boyfriend and she has white friends, and it's just pretty scary that a white person just killed your best friend. So it's basically her coming out, speaking and showing how strong she is and what her decisions are based on the topic and like what her struggles are on the inside. I could explain it better, but I think I did it okay because that's what it's about. So yeah, this is really, really good. 5 out of 5 stars. Please go pick it up if you have not already. It's been the bestseller on the best sellers list for like literally ever, and if you have not picked it up yet, I don't know what you're doing with your life because I picked it up super duper late. Month, oh my god, I almost said week. Month was Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too. This book was amazing, and when I read this blurbs on the back, Lin-Manuel Miranda freaking blurbed it. Dude, that's Hamilton. That's the guy from In the Heights. Freaking love that man. Oh, I love him. But this is Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too, and basically it's this little alien, and he's different than all the other aliens. And so to get rid of him, they I don't know why I just did this. To get rid of him, they send him to Earth to study humans, and he sees like a hedgehog, a bee, a tree, and each one has their own story. He thinks that they're humans, but each one has their own stories. Like a bear is really sad because everyone's afraid of him. Or a bee is just like or a tree says that every single thing leaves him. Like his leaves fall, his apples fall from the tree, like literally everything leaves him and nothing comes back to him. And it's literally, even nothing has a part of this. Nothing, literally nothing at all has a part in this book. And it shows that every single person can be sad, but being sad is a good thing. Being sad just makes your happier moments way more happier. And it literally just, oh, it's so beautiful, so amazing. I believe A Clockwork Reader read this and she cried. I did not cry in particular, but it was really, really good. I don't really know how to, so cute. I don't really know how to like rate this. It was really, really good. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Really, really quick read, of course. But I will always remember my favorite thing on here. This is like the beginning of the page. Like you don't need to read this because you find out like all of it in each page. But it says day 19. A human is just a small sad thing covered in many layers. And that is literally, it's so beautiful. Like everything's so beautiful. You like definitely guys, you need to pick this up. Find it somewhere cheaper. I got it at Target for like 11 something. And like that's pretty cheap for a book like compared to like $20, but like still. So I picked 3 books that I believe I'm going to get to in the next month. Hopefully I get to in the next month. Hopefully. Because last time I did that, I did not reach my goal of what I wanted to read. But the first one is Neverworld Awake by Marisha Pessl. I don't know why, but like the stuff that I have for like this month, I did not think I was going to get to like in a while. And like apparently I'm like feeling the mood. But this is Neverworld Awake by Marisha Pessl, and I'm like, before I ever read these books, I have a horrible synopsis of every single time they're like, every single book that I have, I always have a horrible synopsis of it. Like, ooh, pretty. But this, I believe, is about a friend group, and one of their friends dies. So one day they come back a long time ago and reconnect, and they get stuck in a Neverworld Awake, and now to figuring out their friend's death, which the friend's death was Beatrice, I believe. This is a really bad explanation. Deal with it. And basically, to get out of the Neverworld Awake, they realize that only one person can live, so they have to figure out which person they want to live, which person deserves to live, and the rest will die. And I'm like pretty excited for it. You guys know that I'm not really into thrillers, I'm not really into mysteries, I'm not really into horror, I'm not really into any of those genres, not really at all. but I've been pretty excited for this one. Plus, look at the cover. It's really, really pretty. 2 is An Abundance of Bro. The next one I want to get to is An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. From what I know, this guy literally only dates girls named Catherine, and he's had like 19, and every single time he's gotten dumped. I never finished reading the back. I just got like really intrigued, and it was by John Green, so like let's read it. But on a road trip miles from home, this anagram happy, washed up child prodigy has $10,000 in his pocket, a bloodthirsty feral hog on his trail, and an overweight Judge Judy loving best friend riding shotgun. But no Catherines. Colin is on a mission to prove the theorem of underlying Catherine predictability, which he hopes will predict the future of any relationship and avenge dumpies everywhere and may finally win him the girl. Wow. I don't know. It just seems really cool. Plus, it's a library book, so I really want to get done really soon. And the last book on this list is Jack of Hearts and Other Parts. I got this as an advanced copy from the novel, and the first time I read it, there was like, it said sex 4 times in the first paragraph, and look how small the first paragraph is. Like, literally, sex, sex, sex. It could be worse. Like, what? But basically, this is a queer man or guy, boy. He's not a boy. He's a guy. He's a man. Whatever. And he is queer. Did I just say that? Yeah, I probably did. Sorry, my brain hurts. He's a guy he's a queer man. This is about a queer man, guy, person, okay? And, whoa. And he has a big sex life, apparently. And so he owns this, like, blog. And he blogs and helps other people, but then he starts to get, like, hate about it. And then that's how he deals with it. I really, 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 really did not want to read this book. Like, I liked it because it had, like, a lot of diversity. Because all I knew about it when I got it, or when I, volunteered to, like, get it, was that he was queer. And I was like, oh, okay, like, I love the diversity, yes. But then I read it, and, like, just in the first paragraph, it says sex 4 times. And I was like, whoa, calm down, what happened? And then I looked at the UK cover, and the back is a little bit different, doesn't have that much sex in it. And I was like, I don't want to read this anymore. But, I don't know, the novel keeps putting it on their freaking story on Instagram. And I'm over here like, dude, now you're getting me in the mood. So now I want to read it and see what it's all about. And hopefully it doesn't take me that long. There's like these cool little pages where it looks like he's writing it. There's text messages in here. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, there's notes, there's text messages. I really like this. Like, I like the format of it. So let's see if I actually like the story. Guys, let me just finish this off before my knees literally break and my legs go freaking numb. It's already happening. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe. Please comment down below any videos that you want me to see. Please smash that like button. I love you guys so much. Bye. That was weird. I just went like this. Oh my god, my knees hurt.